Hey guys, hope you're having a great day today. My name is Daniel and I'm the High Mileage Helper. On this channel, my goal is to be able to help you learn more about the RV transporting industry and also give how-to videos for your truck and then give recommendations along the way. So if this is our first time meeting, just consider subscribing, hitting the like button if you get good value. And in today's video, I'm going to be bringing you along with me while we take this small 27 little foot hideout Keystone to just over the border into Ohio and really closer to Columbus, but going to be taking this as my first trip since the last couple months. Honestly, it's been over 70 days, I believe, at this point, since I've taken a load. Been working on other things, other projects, my other business, and this is the first load. It's a really short load. There is a reason for that, but it's been quite a while since I've taken a load. So this is so strange, and yet so, you know, back to normal, I guess. Being able to get back out on the road and be able to be hauling campers like I have been for the last 5 years. So very exciting, very interesting. We got my co-pilot, Mr. Ryder. He is right here. He's got some eye boogers I got to clean out, but he is ready to go. He is just jumping at the bit. He's loving the yard, running around over here. And there's not currently too many loads in lot 4 here at Synergy. There's enough, but seemingly this is, I would say this is kind of bare bones, certainly for this kind of situation we're in right now. So anyways, I'm on a timeline. The sheet says it closes at 3 o'clock. I called, they said 3:30. If I am able to get there without any major delays, I'm going to be able to deliver this. They said we'll make sure we have somebody here for you. So I'm going to shut up, get on the road, and I'll see you in a little bit. Man, oh man, we are headed out of Goshen here. Got this 27-foot travel trailer ready to go. It just feels so weird to be back out on the road. Maybe you have not been out on the road that often, or you've had a period, at least within this last year, this last part shortage, all these issues, where you haven't hit the road for several weeks or maybe even a month or more, like I have. It just feels so strange. I keep saying that, but it feels so strange. It's exciting. It's like my first day all over again, except it's not. I know Ryder was super pumped to be able to get back to the yard and run around. This is my first little load. I've had some pretty headache major issues, basically between my fuel pump regulator, my CP3 pump fuel pump regulator, and my U-joints in my drive shaft. That's a pretty deeply concerning issues for myself, for my truck, for my 2 businesses. Really, I'm doing a local dumpster rental business here at home, and then here for this, commercially hauling trailers. So it's definitely been a concern having the truck to operate. It's caused me to think about maybe not replacing this truck, but maybe even buying an additional truck that is, we're all of a sudden stopping on a dime. So that is interesting. Getting an additional truck that's maybe even more used, older truck, won't cost as much, but maybe I can get some, local use out of that truck just for at home, or maybe just drive that over the road. I don't know how exactly I'm gonna end up doing it, but I am thinking about buying another truck to be able to have a backup truck for one or the other, or whatever it may be. So basically all of the money I make is from using my truck one way or the other. So that is definitely a concern. Definitely want to be thoughtful about that. Also, just the load board is fairly thin. This is just going into Ohio. It's like 4 hours to go where I'm going, and being able to take a shorter run after having all this work done. I mean, I did half the work, but getting these parts replaced, I would just maybe encourage you, maybe on your first load after maybe having work done on your truck, be very, very thoughtful of where you're going to go. And I understand the thought process might be, hey, I need to take the longest load possible so that I can, you know, recoup. I can get my money back for not being out on the road for so long. But I would just pose a question to you, you know, what's more valuable? Trying to do that and let's say everything goes well. Your truck doesn't have any issues. You're able to fly down the road and make it happen. That's great. That's a good thing. But if you were to take maybe a shorter load. Now, me personally, I was very intentional about what load I was going to take for the first trip in so long, after having work done on my truck specifically. You know, I would just say for me in my situation, the risk versus, you know, reward of taking a shorter load is much more valuable to me. Making sure that instead of taking a monster load, and let's say you get all the way out to Arizona, California, wherever you're going to be, you know, far away, and you break down in the middle of nowhere because you just had work done on your truck, but something else is still wrong, or they didn't fix it all the way, or something like that happens. Well, now you're even further away, probably from home. Maybe you do live on the west coast or whatever, but I would just say being able to know for sure, running a shorter run, maybe even a lighter load if possible, if it's the time of, you know, year and the season and all that where you have more options. I would just say that being able to choose a lesser option and being able to use that as kind of almost an insurance policy. Hey, you know, my truck broke down after a couple 100 miles, but at least I wasn't that far away from the yard. I wasn't far away maybe from home. Maybe find a load that's closer to your home to make sure that everything is gonna, you know, run smoothly. Anyways, just a thoughtful you know, point there. I live in Indiana. I wanted to take a very short run, not because I just don't want to make as much money, but it was worth it more to me to be able to take a shorter run, but to know that if something were to happen with these issues I've already worked on, I've had, you know, apparently fixed, if anything were to still remain and have issues, that I wouldn't be too far away from home. Essentially, that's the safety net I would want to have for myself with my truck. Anyways, just a thoughtful point there if you are having work done in your truck. But this is the position I'm in right now, so we're just going to make it roll, and a short little easy run, be able to, you know, listen to my truck and really find out, hey, is there anything else going on that I need to be concerned about? So anyways, like I said before, we are on a time crunch. The GPS says 3:38, and yet this dealership said 3:30. But the lady on the phone, she told me that, hey, we're gonna try to work with you. We want to be able to get you in today, essentially. So that's what I'm banking on. I'm just going to, you know, do as much as I can. It's almost exactly a 4-hour trip from Goshen here. So again, just a light little load. We will see if I can deliver today. I'm really hoping that I don't have to stay overnight, 3 p.m. till I believe the next morning, 9 a.m. when they open up, or start accepting loads. That would be a real headache. Really don't want to do that. So hopefully I'm able to deliver today. Mr. Ryder and I can get the job done, and then I can actually have enough time on the logbook to be able to get home. So that would be awesome as well. So I'll go ahead and catch you guys a little bit later. All right, guys, so we are 42 miles away from the drop-off. Again, it's a real short run, just into Ohio, near the Columbus area. But the GPS says 3:49 is the drop-off time. A little sketchy because, again, like I said, the sheet said 3 o'clock. The lady said 3:30, and then I've been updating her, giving her a call every once in a while here, letting her know, hey, the GPS now says 3:49, basically 3:50, and we're kind of pushing it. So on the last phone call, she said, yep, keep coming, please. Come here, get this load delivered today. So okay, I will be there. It's interesting, you know, even a dealership that is so close to Goshen, less than 300 miles away, you know, they're still desperately hoping and hurting for these trailers to be dropped off as soon as possible. She had originally asked me what trailer it was, what's the manufacturer, what's the make, what's the serial number. So they are seriously, definitely, you know, ready to get these campers, you know, on their lot and ready to go. I don't know if this unit is sold or not. I doubt it. It is not a hot or an old load. I'm paying $1.60 a mile, so you know, we'll definitely take that. Just beautiful day. Had a little bit of rain a little earlier on the road, and it just kind of all of a sudden just kind of stopped. So I am still cruising through here. Should be able to make it home tonight, I believe, at the end of the day, from Lafayette to Goshen to over here and then back. So should be pretty legit for the day. But again, just really wanted to make sure my truck was good, that we're going to be safe to maybe take longer trips further away, and have a little bit more dependability on the truck. Just after everything that the truck's gone through, you know, I'm at 613,700 and some change miles, and boy oh boy, they've added up over time. But parts go out over the miles, and having a maintenance account, having money to be able to put back towards this has definitely been a key to staying out on the road for sure. It's been quite a while since I've taken a load, and so seemingly, you know, money is you know, drawing thin in the maintenance account. But I'm just so grateful that, you know, being intentional, taking these steps, that I've been able to take care of the truck on its own. Obviously, I've got other streams of income right now through other avenues, but this is still taking care of itself. So hopefully we'll get there without stepping on too many toes. GPS just turned to 350 now as the ETA, so we will go ahead and drop there and hopefully have everything good and checked out. My buddy did say that this particular dealership actually has an insurance person there, I guess. I don't know, an agent or someone there, to where they are very meticulous. It's evidently going to take longer than the usual 15-30 minutes, maybe 45 minutes as a drop-off. They apparently have a regular person go through and check everything out, and then they have a second person. I don't know. My buddy said he thought it was the same dealership that did that to him. Had two people go out, so they didn't do it at the same time. They did it at different times. So this should be interesting. We will see how that goes. Coming to a stop here, that's very exciting. But I'm gonna let you guys go, and hopefully we will make it in time, guys. So we are literally 10 miles away, and we are in crazy traffic here around Columbus. It is something else here. So just trying to get there hopefully before 4 o'clock at this point. It says 3:55. A little concerned that we're really starting to push it. We'll see. I'll show up, and all I can do is just ask nicely, and hopefully be able to get in there. So we shall see. All right, guys, so we are at the drop. We did end up making it. Evidently there's quite a bit of flexibility with being able to drop off today. They are just simply so much more desperate to get loads that they're willing to take us kind of later. A bunch of guys here being able to go in and inspect and check it all out. So we made it, and you know, it's just interesting that these dealerships that are so much closer. I mean, this is less than 300 miles, so much closer, that, you know, they're still not getting. I would just assume if there's any units going to be going out, obviously it's not just certain dealerships that get units, but units that are probably easier and quicker able to get. This place is still very, very behind, and super desperate. So I know Mr. Ryder is desperate to be able to get out and hang out here shortly. I'm gonna let him out and relax for a little bit here going forward, but they are checking in the unit, like 2 or 3 different guys getting this thing taken care of. So evidently it's a pretty big operation going to this dealership, being able to drop off a unit. I know this particular unit actually had some problems. I've already kind of taken my distribution bars and stuff off already, but the fuse right here blew when I was in Synergy's yard, so I had to replace that as soon as I got here to be able to lower the jack. So I don't know if there's other electrical issues or what's really going on with this unit, but no driver damage, I know that for sure. I got this thing safely delivered, and should be good to go here shortly. We will see. So just a nice little unit to be able to start future off with, getting this delivered. And truck ran phenomenally. No issues with the rear end, with the drive shaft. I had complete response with the fuel issue that I had before. No problems there at all. So that was good to see. Very grateful for that. Altogether, I spent close to $1,000 between the U-joints and the carrier bearing, and then my fuel regulator problem, about $1,000. So very grateful for that. I also had the brand new Otani RK 1000s. They lasted and did a good job here as well. Real happy with those tires. But yeah, it looks like they are starting to close down the slide out there, and I'll be able to get out of here hopefully soon. We shall see. So first one in the books for some time now, and happy it was a success. Be able to grab some food after this. Just as I've been sharing this with people in the live stream, but I am trying to lose some weight. I was at dangerous levels, you know, seriously, and I still am, you know, weight wise, but I'm now down 30-ish pounds. So just excited about that, wanting to continue that going forward. But just wanted to share that with you and kind of keep accountable to people watching on the channel, and be able to keep the process going, keep trying to lose weight, and be safe doing it, and be successful there, and be able to actually live longer. So anyways, I think that's going to wrap it up for this video. I am definitely pumped to be back out on the road. It seems like it's been forever. The 4 hours it took to get here seemed like it was 20 minutes. It was just kind of crazy like that. So I'll go ahead and wrap up the video. Hopefully you have a great day today. Stay safe, and God bless, guys.